name is Abby, and I know I don't have a lot of followers or whatever, but still, my followers on Instagram was talking about. There was third time on how I found out I was pregnant, baby. We're gonna put the shady glasses on. Okay, so how I found out I was pregnant, it was crazy, dude. So, my mom was in Texas. I don't know what she was doing in Texas. I don't know. But she was in Texas and I was telling her I was sick. I was sick for like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, strange. So then this was like at the beginning of, no, at the end of February or the beginning of March. So then I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this strange, I'm sick. So that's the time the corona start coming out, the corona stuff or whatever. Then my grandma was like, you got corona, my baby got corona. Don't come back over here if you got corona. You can time face me. Anyways, I'm like, I ain't got no corona. Then I tell my mom like, you a fool for believing mama. I was like, Mom, I think I got corona. Like, I broke down crying because I thought I had that. Little did I know, I'm pregnant. So she came back home. She knowing I ain't right because I'm sick or whatever. Then my little cousin was sick, and then I'm like, well, Marley's sick too, so we both sick together. And we stayed home, me and my little cousin. For the first day, she stayed home with me, and she got better the next day. I'm like, I know I'm pregnant. In the back of my head, I knew I was pregnant. So then I'm like, Marley stay home with me, but she still acting like she was better, so she went back to school the next day. So the first day I was sick, throwing up, like I couldn't eat nothing at all. I tried to eat a pizza, I could not eat that. The first day I was sick, my grandma tried to give me take some type of stomach medicine, and I threw that shit up. ASAP fast in her after I took it. So then I told my grandma, take me to softball practice. So she took me to softball practice. I'm sick, coughing, even though there ain't no pregnancy symptom. I go to softball practice, and I told the girl to lie for me and say I got, what I say? A virus or something. But she already told the man, and he was like, I thought you had a virus. I was like, no, I don't. So we was up in there doing something, and then I did not feel right. So I told my grandma, come get me. So she came and got me. Then the second day, I mean school and all, man, I'm sitting up in my room sick, just like, and then I look at my symptoms. I'm like, sleepiness, discharge, sickness, nausea, doo-doo. This shit said pregnancy. First thing popped up. I like, pregnancy, baby girl. No, ma'am, that ain't it. Then I'm like, bro, I'm pregnant. So I tell my baby daddy, I was like, I think I'm pregnant. He was like, for real? I like, he didn't give me a pregnancy test because I'm scared to tell my mama. So he got me a pregnancy test. And I was going to take it at his house. That weekend, I think it was that weekend. So then, you know what? Later on, that second day, that night, my mom cooked crab legs. She know I love seafood now. And the smell was getting to me, and I was like, this is not normal. This ain't no regular virus, baby girl. No, it is not. So I'm just sitting up here like, I'm over here eating crab legs, eating on. Couldn't barely eat one, but I'm trying to eat them because I'm in the back of my head, I know I'm pregnant. So I'm eating them. I came back here and laid down. She told me to go take some outside. And when I did, baby, I threw up everywhere. On my car, on the garage, on the dog. And I was like, this ain't it. I just went in my mama's room. I started crying. I was like, Mama, can you please take me to the doctor? I'm sick. My grandma coming over with a washcloth, wiping my face, wiping me down, wiping my shoulders. What do you know throw up on me, really? She was like, Felicia, you need to take that baby to the hospital. So my grandma left. She was here in the guest room with my little brother. So then I'm just like sitting on the bed with my head down between my knees. And she sitting on the floor on her phone. She look up at me. And it's just all silence. She look up. Abby, is you pregnant? No, ma'am. Why you say it like that? What you mean? You sounding real suspicious. You sure you don't need me to get you a pregnancy test before we go to this hospital? Yes, ma'am. I'm not pregnant. So that made me even more scared. So we go to the hospital. We rush her down to the hospital. The air was on and I'm so hot. And like she noticing all my symptoms. Like she asked me, what's wrong? How do I feel? Like, do I feel like this? Do I feel like that? I was like, how you know how I feel? Little did I know my mama had the same pregnancy symptoms when she was pregnant with me and my brother. So we get to the hospital, check us in, checking our fever. Same old, same old. Then we go to the weight. They check my weight. They check my weight. What else they do? They blood pressure, all that. And they took me to the back. So after they took me to the back, I was in the waiting room for probably a good 2-3 hours. Around this time, it was like 10 something when we got there. And then the time they called me back was like 12:30. So 2 hours and a half. Then I'm like, so then when they took me back there, I'm just sitting back there. They was like, we need to check your vital signs, this and that and the third. So they took my, they was asking me how I was feeling while they was taking my blood pressure. And I was like, I was telling them, and they was like, are you sexually active? I was like, no, I am not. So my mom was just looking at me like, why you sounding like that? I was like, what?
Oh, the ghetto.
She was like, don't be lying to them, Abby. And they was like, okay, to make sure we're gonna give you a pregnancy test. I said, what? Why y'all need to give me a pregnancy test? Then she was like, why you sounded like that, Abby? I said, Mom, I don't need no pregnancy test. I ain't pregnant. Well, let them give it to you. No. Then the doctor's like, we just gonna give it to you to make sure. I was like, okay. So she started taking my blood. It was like 3 little tubes, like around this size, filled up. 3 or 4 tubes. I think around 5, something like that. She filled them up with blood. Then I was like, I got lightheaded. I was about to pass out. And I broke out sweating. So the man got me a wheelchair. He took me back to the waiting room area. And then it was 2 more hours. An hour and a half. So then around this time, it's around 2 o'clock in the morning. So they called me back to take some more blood. And I cried because I did not want them to take no more blood because how I felt. And then they took some more blood, checked my blood pressure, temperature, all that. Then I was like, they gave me a cup, a little screw-on cup with my name, sticker name, date of birth, all that. So then I was like, what is this for? He was like, oh, this is your urinary cups for you to take your pregnancy test. See if you have anything else, STD, chlamydia, something like that. So then I was like, okay. Baby, I took that phone to the bathroom with me when I went to the bed. I'm looking up how to make the pregnancy test not come out positive at the hospital. I'm scrolling, I'm reading, I find one. Boom. if I want to say mix half water, half pee. So my cup probably like this big, filled the fuck all the way up. So I put some out and add some water to it, half water, half pee. It was more water than it was pee, so it should come out negative. So I was like, bro, what the hell? It's gonna come out negative. So I was sitting there. I was just, my heart was pumping when I put it in there. I did not want to take that pregnancy test at all. Heart pumping. Just like, God, please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Then, so we went back, and then after I gave him the urinary cup of them, Mama was like, why you looking like that? I was like, ain't nothing wrong, this and that. So they took us back to the waiting room. It took us like a whole nother hour just sitting up there waiting on the pregnancy test. For what reason, I don't know. So we waiting on the pregnancy test. The man come back like, can you take me to the room? Like, can y'all come back to the room? And then the doors we walked through, it said something about maternity. My mama didn't see it, but I did. I was like, bitch, you pregnant. But then I'm like, I couldn't be. And then I'm just sitting up there thinking dumb stuff. But then I'm just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. But then I'm like, it's weird because if I wasn't pregnant, he wouldn't be taking me back to the room. He would have just told me the results then, there, and right there. So he took us back to the room, shut the door, head down. He go, got the little notebook, pen, glasses. Sorry to tell you, man, but she's pregnant. My mama turned around. She said, you what? You pregnant? Abby, I told you, don't be around here getting pregnant. Abby, I told you to stop keeping secrets. I thought you was gonna stop keeping secrets. Then she was like, she just fussing. Then she started crying like, Abby, I thought I could trust you. You could have told me you was being sexually active so we could put you on birth control or something. Why would you do this? And you know what just happened to me. And I was like, Mama, I don't know, Mama, this and that. I'm just crying my little heart out. She was like, ain't no need to cry now because you knew what you was doing and knew what could have happened. I was like, yes, ma'am. She was like, don't yes, ma'am me. I said, okay, don't okay me. What you want me to say? Nothing. Okay. Didn't I tell you not to say nothing? And then I'm just crying. Then she called my daddy. Ring, 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 ring. You know, hello. Huh. This girl pregnant, Paul. She what? She pregnant, Paul. Okay. Y'all come upstairs when y'all get done coming down here so we can talk about it. But y'all, so we went upstairs. Like y'all forgot to tell y'all, he was in the hospital for his hand. So we went upstairs. He was like, we went in the room. He was like, what was you thinking, Abby? What was you thinking? You knew not to do this and that. And I was like, I don't know. And I was just crying. He was like, I know you used to cry now. But they thought me and my baby daddy, we did it the night on Valentine's Day. And no, we did not do it on Valentine's Day. They thought we did it on Valentine's Day because he was supposed to be here all night till like 3 o'clock in the morning because they went to the movies for Valentine's Day. And then, like, it would happen the day after February 15th. Yeah, February 15th when I got pregnant. So, I'm like, no, it happened at the softball practice because he picked me up one day after softball practice. That's when I told him that's the day I went to softball practice and I was sick. And he picked me up. So, I'm just like, I'm at softball practice. I mean, he picked me up or whatever. And I told him that's when I got pregnant when he picked me up. And that's not when I got pregnant. I knew when I had got pregnant because I was not fertile. Then I was fertile that 15th when I looked at the app. And So we went home. She was fussing. Like, they was fussing me out for a real long time. But their reactions, it was not like I expected. I thought I was gonna get my ass beat. And his mom's reaction was like, oh my God, really? Like, what did your mom say? She had to go to work. But I think she had to, like, a couple hours to get up before she went to work. She like, okay. And she said, she texted me, but I was asleep. She was like, y'all knew what the consequences was. She wasn't upset. She was upset with us because we knew what the consequences was. And then she was telling my mom they couldn't be mad at me because I know the consequences, and I did. And I did what I did. But he reacted. I was happy when I told him. I was like, there's nothing to be happy about. What are you happy for? Then I was just crying. I was so depressed. And then I went to school. No, I did not go to school that third day. I did not go to school. That was the same day. So I did not go to school. I was just at home, sick, crying. So I was at home, sick and crying. Then I'm just sick and crying. I went back to school the next day. I'm gonna give y'all another story time on how people reacted. But thank y'all for watching my video. If y'all do watch it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another video.